Hey, it's Kayla. I'm going to be making this video on, I guess, the meaning of life and how the world came to be. I'm going to be giving some opinions that I think are pretty well known, and then just my own. Well, alright. As far as, like, people and, like, their destiny, I guess you could call it, I consider, like, there to be two, I guess, main sort of things people go off of. One of them is like fate. Like, yeah, like sort of like everything is all like laid out for you, and there's really not much you can do because your destinies are just like laid ahead for you, and it's just like, and then similar to that, I guess, this is, I would say, sort of in the same theme though, luck, but that sort of gives you a little bit more control, like superstition. Usually they have things you can do, at least, which I'm still not really sure the point of that would be, but, like you can not walk through ladders, I guess. If you spill salt, you can toss some over your shoulder. Not break any mirrors, or if you don't want to have bad luck for 7 years. Okay. So, I don't know. I guess the luck thing gives you more control, but like, to say it's like a fatalistic destiny, it's like, well, really, why bother doing anything? And then, the other one I hear is like, there is no such thing as fate and there is no such thing as luck. And then people, take this view on things. My guess is they want to sound smarter than the people who believe in fate and luck. So they say, no, it's all about cause and effect. So these people describe life as if everybody in it, right, is, does something, like anything, like, and it just, that decision they made affects the outcome, and they don't take into account anybody else that might affect the outcome, and they don't take into account like you affecting other people's outcome. So for these people to like make it sound so simple, like cause and effect, everything that happens in your life was directly affected by you, it's like, really? And these people are like saying how they're so much more intelligent than fate and luck, which is really something in reality that these people probably can't prove wrong anyways. I mean, I think the idea seems, pretty unrealistic, and like I said before, why bother doing anything if it's fate? But at the same time, it's like, it could be, I guess. And, okay, so, there's that. And then, I guess, two views on how the world came to be. You get, religion and, science, which the two things, are very different, and they're constantly, arguing with the other one, and then you get into even those two that are arguing with each other, and in reality they argue with themselves as well, like when talking about like how the world came to be. None of the scientists agree, and as far as the different religions, well, none of them agree. So it just tells me that in reality none of them really have the answer. And so that's what I would say to that. If nobody like knows the meaning, if the meaning is unknown, then it is also unknown if there is a meaning or not. Because if we don't know the meaning, then we don't know if there is one. And I do see individual people, I guess, adding to how things are, which I don't really see any sort of consistency in any of it. There's really no way of knowing, like, what's gonna happen. 'Cause there are so many, like, just people just looking out for themselves, and that's all they care about. And they do different things, self-serving things, to get into power. Then once they're in power, they ignore problems that they don't understand. They create illusions of problems so they can solve them, and in reality they're just, stopping the illusion that they, well, created in the first place. So they're really not doing anything at all, but they give the illusion that they're saving the day. Okay, so I get like that a lot. And then when there's so many factors coming into play, it's sort of like every decision we make is sort of like flipping a coin, Let's just say whatever intentions you had, good or bad, selfish or selfless, whether or not, like, you, I guess, sort of know what you're doing, whether you're just sort of blindly making a decision, is just pretty much like flipping a coin, And so that's how I usually think of it, like, sort of like there's a million causes, whether from other people or just from the situation itself, like, and on top of that, like, there's so many things we can't control, regardless of people who are pretty much, I guess, unpredictable for the most part. And then, like, sickness, natural disaster, that sort of thing, which we can't control. The weather in general, you can't control, so to people who believe in cause and effect, if you, plan something that's just outdoors or whatever, plan to go for a walk, you can't control if it's going to rain, so what did you do to cause the rain? It's like, So yeah, pretty much I consider it to just be, the flip a coin effect. You really don't know what you're gonna get, ever. And as far as individual people, you can sort of, I guess, get an idea, like I do see, well, consistency in the MBTI, for example, but that's not measuring whether someone's a good person or not. It's pretty neutral, which I think that is why it can work. And they figured out things. So I believe you can, describe, people, I guess, and, why certain people act a certain way. But at the end of the day, you really can't describe anything beyond that. You can't really describe a bigger purpose to all this, or the world itself and how it came to be. Because you really don't know. Like, it's pretty much like once people started to record stuff, started, being able to write and stuff, and cameras and videos, yeah, we have stuff to base that on. But other than that, we really don't know. I mean, I guess you could say we have like fossils of the dinosaurs and stuff, but again, there's really no way of knowing what they looked like. I mean, sure, like, you could say, well, I don't really care what the dinosaurs look like, but at the same time, it's like just proof that we really don't know anything at all. There could be a deeper meaning to all of this. I don't really see one, to be honest, but if nobody knows it, then there could also not be a deeper meaning. And I don't know, it's just like so much bad stuff happens to good people, and then so many bad people end up like in power and like having all these good things happen to them. It's like there's really no explanation for it, and it's like, to me it just seems like there's no really way to make sense of it, and it seems like that's what everybody's doing. They're trying to make sense of something that simply cannot be made sense of. That's the idea, like, with the cause and effect, and with the fate, and with science, and with religion. Like, I would say, like, yes, there are certain things we can, know, at least on the level that, yeah, we know it for us, I guess, like things that are measured by people, and most of us can agree on it, and things that we made to make sense of it. But like, once it gets to why, we're all here, how the world got created, how the universe got created, it's like nobody knows. Therefore, we don't really know if there's any deeper meaning to it. it's sort of like you don't know.